Oh wow, dude, check what I just created. Yeah. Now I have a work assistant chatbot that is connected to my data and all calendar stuff, so I can ask my personal and even working questions. Check. Let me give it a try. When is my next meeting today?
You've got a team sync at 10 a.m. Don't be late, or you owe everyone coffee.
All right, cool. So in general, how's my calendar for today based on all you see with schedule calls and everything?
Your calendar's clear. A perfect day for creativity. Or a nap. You decide.
Wait a second, that doesn't make sense. I asked similar questions, but I got different responses. Yep, you need LangFuzz. This is something for metamorphic testing that helps you to identify these challenging edge cases when you get different answers for similar questions. So you need to know what is your exact pain point in your chatbots to evaluate them. It's an open source package by LangChain. I can show you how to do that. Then, let's go.
Before we start, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get notified for the next video. Thank you. Alright, so in this video we're gonna see how we can use recently released LangFuzz to apply some metamorphic testing on our LLM-based application. So what does metamorphic testing means and what do you gotta achieve here? So let's define that a little bit further. So with metamorphic testing, we are going to find edge cases or challenging cases that our chatbot or general application will fail. So to give you an example, let's say if you have created some chatbots to talk with your own data using language models, like for example GPT, you might see that there are specific scenarios that similar questions will get different answers, which are not supposed to be the case. If you're asking question A and just renaming with using some synonyms to ask the same question again, your LLM should give you consistent responses. But there are some scenarios that similar questions might give you very different answers. So that's how metamorphic testing comes in. So metamorphic is useful when the output is exactly not clear what we should expect. It's not like if input is A, the output is B. So testing that is easy. But for this case, metamorphic will tell us that, okay, at least we have an expectation that similar questions should give us similar answers. And if that's not the case, those test cases should be flagged for further evaluating how's our application. That's what we're gonna do. So for doing so, you need to just do simply pip install LangFuzz. I have already done that, so let me show you on VS Code how you can do the rest. So with pip install LangFuzz, you are technically done, and also make sure with using export or whatever you have your OpenAI key added as well, because I want to use OpenAI as my choice of language model, but it depends on what language model you're gonna use. So the first thing that you're gonna have is a .py code called callModel.py. This is actually the function that will call your chatbot. Here I don't have any chatbot, so I'm directly calling OpenAI, but this client can be your chatbot, your LLM application, whatever that you want to test this with this LangFuzz application. So after importing your chatbot, the client, you need to just create a function that receive your question and get the answer back. That's it. This is however you define it, this function should be like this. So what we are doing here, given that I don't have any chatbot for a specific purpose, I'm defining that, let's say we have a chatbot that will generate RAG answers based on what is LangChain. And also I have a chatbot that by mistake says LangChain is a blockchain technology, which is wrong. So in this example provided by LangFuzz, we are trying to mimic some randomness to get bad answers as well. But your case gonna be different. You just have one system message that talks what is your chatbot is about. So again, ignore about these two because I don't have any chatbot that can generate bad answers. So I'm doing this to showcase bad answers as well. So the second thing that you need to have beside this .py code is a YAML file. This YAML file, first you need to explain what is the chatbot you are testing. This is very important. This description going to be used by LangFuzz to generate those metamorphic test cases. So make sure you provide enough examples here. Here we just assume we have a RAG chatbot that talks about LangChain documentations. Then the model file where it is already in my local directory that I showed you, so I'm referring to that. And we're gonna have a model to judge these tests cases, so I'm gonna use GPT-4o, and I wanna also use a model to generate questions of those edge cases, the challenging cases, which I'm gonna use GPT-4o mini. But again, for your choice, you can do different. So now we have a prompt that you can change it as well, but this is the default one coming from LangFuzz. This prompt is the prompt that's gonna judge. So we're gonna give set of questions generated before, 2 questions that are similar, so we are expecting to both of them have the same answer. So question 1, question 2, answer 1, answer 2. Now this LLM judge should tell us from 1 to 10 how similar the answers are compared to the questions. And of course, we are giving that an identity. You are a white hat hacker. This is a best practice example to make sure that we have a proper prompt. I'm not going to go through all the prompt, but definitely take a look and change it as needed. So this is our judge prompt that given us a score how similar the questions are, the answers are. And lastly, we have a prompt that generate these questions. And we are going to ask LLM that you are a hacker, so try to come up with tough questions that might generate incorrect results and make them pair. So we get the answers from chatbot, and then we will give it to LLM as a judge to check how the answers are close. So obviously they should be. So that's all. And how you need to actually call this, you can just say LangFuzz dump config.yaml. This is the YAML file, make sure you have it. And just calling that, you also need to specify the place you want to have the results dump. So here I want to dump my results in the same directory in a JSON file. So I hit enter. It says running red teaming, and now it is understanding what is my chatbot based on the description I provided, generating 10 pairs. That means each pair has 2 questions which are similar, so the answers should be similar as well, and then it will give answers to LLM as a judge to score for me how relevant they are. Okay, it's done, and 10 is default. You can change it also. I'm going to show you how, but let's check out the results generated for me. All right, as you can see, look at the pair 1. The first question is, what is LangChain used for? Second question is, can you explain the purpose of LangChain? As you can see, these are similar questions, so the answers should be the same. Now the first one says LangChain is typically, okay, so it says blockchain, and also second one is still blockchain. So let's assume with that randomization that we did, LangChain is for blockchain. So both of them are telling the same thing. So potentially it might say that, okay, maybe it's the same thing. So similarity is 7 because answer are talking about blockchain. But look at this one. How do I install LangChain? What are the steps to set up LangChain? So one is talking about LangChain as a language model library stuff, but the other one says about blockchain, which is totally wrong. So due to this reason that LLM as judge said a score is 1. Now I can have a code function to filter anything with a score, let's say below 4 or below 5, whatever you want. So this one will be selected, which I call it edge cases. Now this is an edge case. How come my chatbot gave totally different answers for similar questions? Now I'm gonna flag this. So I'll go do the thing for all the bad scored ones, like this one, anything, let's say below 5, 6, whatever you define. Now you have edge cases. You will call it your evaluation data set. So now I need to do some changes on my chatbot to fix this. I go make some changes. I do a better similarity search. I do a better choice of model, whatever you want to, better chunking, better indexing. And then you want to test it again. You're not worried about having a test data set. You already have, and these are your challenging data set. Given that you have stored them before, you can just run them again on your chatbot to see if these scores are different or not. So that's how metamorphic testing here applies here, and the application of LangFuzz is pretty simple. You don't need to actually install this. You can have just your own prompt, your own function. This is just making sure you understand what's the idea behind. But LangFuzz is also a good pip install. You don't need to code from scratch. You can just install it and take a look how the results are. I also mentioned that this pair 10 is the default. You can change it. So let me show you how you can change it and what else you can change as optional parameters. So scrolling all the way down, I already explained everything here. You don't need to go through it. But look at this. These are the options. So For example, maximum number of concurrent requests, we didn't change anything, so the default was none. Maximum number of questions to generate, that's why we had 10 pairs, because default is 10. You can have concurrency, you can have the similarity stuff, you want to change it as needed. And the configuration, I showed you can change the prompts or change the type of the model or language model that you're using for generating questions and judging the answers. All right, so that was all about LangFuzz. Again, not just necessarily about LangFuzz, just show you an overview of how metamorphic testing can be applied on your language model applications, and given that the variety of test cases you can do on chatbot, how we can try our chatbot on edge cases, the cases that are challenging and it's failing. So this would be a quick start for you and get the idea of LangFuzz. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, I would be very thankful if you click on like icon and make sure you write down your comments, question, thoughts in the comment section. And for getting access to the source code I was trying, I will add it to the Discord channel, and the Discord channel link is under video description here. You go there and there's a section called reference. You click on it and you will see the code reference link. Alright, thank you so much.
You still think that money doesn't buy happiness? Actually, it does. You just need to give it away. Dream big, my friends, believe in yourself, and take action. Till next video, take care.